welcome back, loyal subscribers. This is the 92 GMC Savana van, and this is the lock cylinder that I'm going to be replacing in this van because the one I have is sticking and just it fights me too much. So anyway, what comes in this is ignition lock cylinder. This is not the starter switch, it's the lock cylinder that turns the starter switch. And of course that comes with instructions, and I wish the pictures were a little bit easier to see, but they're not. So just bear with me and we'll get through this and watch the video, and pictures come later if you order the cylinder kit. Anyway, I'll be using my trusty Black & Decker electric screwdriver that I've used before, and it has a Torx 25 bit on it. There's two bolts in here that I need to loosen up, and as soon as I get that on there, I will do that. This is what the Torx 25 screw looks like, and here is the number 2 screw that's holding the bottom cover on. This is the tilt control here, and it just pulls out. It's in there kind of stiff, but once you get used to it, you can pull it in or pull it out and push it back in and in and out. It's pretty simple to use once you get used to pulling it out the first time. Okay, here I am fighting with the cover. Plastic covers, they will fight you, but eventually you can weasel them around and get them out. Bottom one's a little rough. So is the top one, actually. That little hook there hooks into the top piece of the top cover, so you can see it when you're up close to it, what it goes around on the top cover. Just remembered, I need to disconnect the battery cable about now. Taking off the negative one, it's easiest to get to at the moment. And it's always a good idea to do this just in case you get in there and touch something you don't want to touch. On the steering column, I mean. Anyway, cable's going to be loose in just about 2 seconds, and I'm going to go back in. Alright, back inside, and I'm fighting this cover. It's kind of stuck there behind the hook is on the plastic is on the is hooked on the that right there, the boot. That's what it's hooked on, it's the boot. But I eventually get it, as you'll see. There you go. Got it, no problem. Okay, I put the tilt lever back in because I've got the steering wheel all the way to the top of its position, and I would like to lower it down. There we go. So that I can get to that top cover there. See how hard it is to get away from the steering wheel itself right through there. Sometimes they can get hung up there. While I was wiggling on top cover, this fell out from the bottom. Looks like it screws in somewhere. I never did find out where it goes. I guess I should have spent more time to do so, but it may come back to bite me, I don't know. I'm working on getting that cover loose right now. I suspect someone has been in this column before, but I am not sure. There's a little hole right there. My finger just went over the top of it right there. And I believe that's where I need to put my little nail in to pull the ignition lock out. I'm supposed to push down on it and pull straight out with the key in the start position. This piece come right off of the ignition lock cylinder by itself, which made taking this cover off a little bit easier. I don't believe it's supposed to do that, but since I'm putting a new one in, I didn't much care at this stage. Okay, here I got my nail-like piece. It's not a nail, it's something else. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's the end of an old pick. But anyway, it's in the hole, and I need to turn this ignition key to the start and hold it, and then push down on that pin and try and pull it out. And I almost got it there. Okay, I'll give it another try. Here we go. Okay, come on. Come on. There you go. Sort of turn and twist, and it comes right out. There it is. I don't know if that's factory. I think someone's put an ignition switch in this before. I don't believe I'm the first one in this steering column. I can't say for sure. So anyway, that's that. This is probably part of the piece that fell earlier. I may have broke it. I don't know. It might have been broken before. Looking closely inside there, I can see where the end of the ignition lock cylinder fits into that recessed piece back in there. You got to make sure that lock cylinder lines up with that, so when it slides in, it fits perfectly in there. And I believe my lock cylinder is set for that. I'm going to put this cover back in place because it looks to me like I need to just slide the lock cylinder in now. Everything seems to be positioned where it's supposed to be, and I can always take the cover off and start over if I need to. So here goes. Okay, I just pushed it straight in. Doesn't seem to want to come out. Just push straight in that way, and it's locked in. It moves, it rotates, everything seems to be normal about it. I'll find the spot where I pull the key out, though. I'm having a little trouble figuring out where the spot is to pull the key out. I'm going to have to put a mark on that cover, upper cover, so I'll know exactly where it is. Okay, I can see a little line on the key lock cylinder black piece there, and it looks like it has to point right there at the bottom, or near, right there. It needs to point right to that, right there, and I can take it out. Moving over on the other side here, got to hook up the bottom piece. That hook hooks into the top piece. Right in the back there, there's a little circular piece that it hooks around. Both plastic pieces hooked together. Right there, you can see that. Anyway, it looks like part of it chipped off. I did not do that. So someone has been in here before, I do believe. And over here on this side, it has to hook back up in on that one too. It's very difficult to see the one up on this side, but if you're working under here and around it, you can probably see it better than I can show it to you. What's getting in my way is actually this rubber boot trying to fit into the slot that it needs to in the bottom piece and the top piece as well. So I'm going to go ahead and weasel around and get that done and come back. Time to hook up the battery. Alright, she's running. Everything's looking good. Check the turn signals out here. Left turn signal, right turn signal, hazards. I had no trouble with the key switch at all. Just went in smooth as glass, started up nice and smooth. Everything turned fine as you saw earlier. So I would say this job is complete. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. And this is Can They Drive Garage, Steve AZ 711. Hope all your repairs go well. Bye for now.